This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Thank you for joining us here on Discoveries in Health for another edition of Discoveries in Health, where we're talking about natural remedies. We're not prescribing, we're not diagnosing. This is a discussion. This is not a lecture. You're welcome to make comments and suggestions. And so that's what, go ahead. If you have a question or a topic, go ahead. I'm going to unmute the microphones here in a minute. The room is filling up. Oh, my goodness. We have people from Tennessee. We have people from Georgia, Texas, California, North Carolina. Lots of people from Georgia, lots of people from California, and lots of people from Texas and Florida and Louisiana. Maybe and Baton Rouge. We don't have anybody from New Orleans, but we do have folks from Baton Rouge. Matter of fact, we have several people from Louisiana joining us here today, and there's my dear friend Audrey in Georgia joining us as well. Welcome, Audrey, and everyone else. Thank you for joining us here on Discoveries in Health. I expect my friend Jay Cracklin over there in the United Kingdom to be joining us here also fairly soon. I'm looking to see if he has joined us here. He said he was. I just spoke with this morning. I've talked with people from Jamaica. I've talked with people from the United Kingdom. I've talked to people from New York already. So we do help people all over the world. And then we welcome them to join us here on our worldwide Discoveries in Health. Thank you for joining us. We'll just give it a few more minutes while the room fills up. And there is Pastor Elijah. Prophet Elijah out there in Pikes Road, Alabama, and who is joining us. And all praises to the Most High, brother and Prophet Elijah. How are you? I think he might be away from his mic, but he has joined us. I see him there. And let's see here. We're still giving it. Go ahead. If you have a question or if you have a comment, all we need to do is press the star key 2 times, and you will be joining the broadcast and be able to make your comment, ask your question. So I think we have quite a few people in the room, and I'm going to ask you to press your star key 2 times if you have a question or a comment. And we'll get started here. No questions, no comments. Go ahead.
Well, praise the Most High.
Oh, praises to the Most High. Prophet Elijah, thank you for joining us. One of my favorite pastors. You are absolutely wonderful, Prophet Elijah. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, and I'm excited about what information you will share with us tonight. I'm just waiting to hear it.
All right. All right. Does anybody have a question or a comment or a topic? All you have to do is press your star key 2 times, and then that will open up your microphone so that you can make your comment or ask your question. And we always welcome comments, questions. This is a group participation, and please join us. And we're waiting now. Doc Miles will be with us a little bit later, I hope. And so here we go. We're going to get started here then. And the first question that I had so far, before some of you joined us, the very first person who joined us there from Tennessee asked the question, what is one of the things that you can do to help someone that is, if they've had a stroke? And last week, Doc Miles was saying that one of the best things to do is to take 200 milligrams of CoQ10. It oxygenates the heart. It oxygenates the entire body. So yes, CoQ10. As a matter of fact, when you take that just a step further, take 200 milligrams of CoQ10 every day, maybe you won't have a stroke. Maybe that will oxygenate the heart and keep it strong enough to where you won't have a heart attack. And then there's a heart formula over there on herbalhealthreview.com. I'm going to bring that up. And there's Laura. Hi, Laura. And so it's, and I'm going to go ahead and mute that mic in over here. There we go. So let's look at that heart report, because there's a lot of things we can do for the heart, and it's a big problem because people have, there's millions. It's a problem with arrhythmia and heart problems, heart failure, stroke. It affects more than 12 million Americans, which is all, and almost 10% of the population. If anyone who's older than 80 years of age has a 10% risk of heart failure. So it would be a good idea for them to know about how to strengthen and protect the heart. You see, the heart, the treatment aims to keep a patient's heart rate at rest to fewer than 110 beats per minute. In those with stable function of the ventricles, the heart's lower chambers. But CoQ10 would be where we would start, 200 milligrams every day. Let's keep that heart oxygenated. Let's keep it strong. Let's not have a stroke or a heart problem. Then there's a heart support formula. This number 1222. We've got a little bit of an echo. I'm going to find the open mic. I'm going to close it. And that took care of that. Okay. And I'm still waiting for, this morning, so far, actually this afternoon now, I have spoken with people in Jamaica. I have spoken with people in the United Kingdom, New York, so far, just today, this morning. So we are reaching people all over the world. And I'm expecting Jay Cracklin, who's with GOCC in the United Kingdom. He said he was going to be joining us today. That would be great. We haven't had very many people join us from the United Kingdom. I was there a couple of years ago and spoke before 500 people in the United Kingdom. And since then, I get continued reports that people no longer have diabetes, who found our diabetes protocol and system, and they go on that, and within a couple of months, 2 to 3 months, they no longer have diabetes. The doctors can't find diabetes in their system anymore. And when you go to the doctor, they'll tell you, you don't have diabetes. So the nice people over there at Health and Herbs that manufacture all these products that I've invented, that I get nothing from. Because if I did, our evil government, because not everybody in the government is evil, just too many of them, like the FDA, those people are evil. And they would persecute and prosecute. And let me see here. I've got Jay coming up here. Hi, Jay. Let me see if I can bring Jay up here on here. Let's see. I'm going to I'm bringing this over here. And I am. Hello. I got to say hi to Jay. He's coming up on Skype. And so I am saying hi, and let's see what's going on here. Stay with me here. I'm communicating with, I have just joined the conference. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Okay. So that's Jay Cracklin with GOCC in the United Kingdom. And so I'm wondering, Jay, I'm gonna where are you, Jay? I'm looking through all the different folks here, and Jay, I don't know if you can, you can hear me. I can't hear you though. So let's see if I can go this way just to see. No, probably can't. Well, I'm gonna try it. All right, folks, I'm gonna bring this over here in the screen, and I'm going to. So Jay, I should be logged in as Jay. All right. I'm looking for you, Jay. I'm looking for you. We don't have very many people who have joined us, but I'm delighted to get the participation of our friends in the United Kingdom. And I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it here, and I don't see it. But he can hear me, so that's important. The man, and there's New York. Well, Jay, if you can mute your mic, unmute your microphone. I don't know if you joined, how you joined us, but if you can unmute your microphone, Jay, please say hello. And I don't see him unmuting his microphone. You need to press the star key 2 times to unmute your microphone. If you're, are you there?
Question for me then while I'm doing this. I want to listen. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Great. So we have
Mark.
do you have a question or a comment there in Texas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a question.
What is it, please?
Do you think it's best for us not to eat meat at all, or do you think that we should consume meat? Is it healthier to consume meat like fish or beef, chicken, or what is the healthiest meat, and turkey? What is the healthiest meat, or do you think we should restrain from it altogether?
It's an individual choice, and it depends on how well you're digesting and your philosophical and spiritual leanings towards eating meat. A lot of people just don't want to eat meat. I happen to thrive on meat. I have to have meat in my diet. It agrees with me. I've had it all my life, 76 years old. but the key is to make sure that you're eating vegetables and greens, with that meat. Your diet should be mainly vegetables with, if you are a meat eater, you want organic meat. I'm organic chicken, wild caught fish, not fish from the Pacific Ocean, because they've contaminated that, just as the evil people have contaminated the air, the water, the food. They also contaminated the Pacific Ocean with their Fukushima. And but yes, I eat a lot of wild caught salmon, but I'm always eating a salad with it, vegetables with it.
All right, well, that's one thing about the salad. Is it best to eat a salad raw than to put all those dressings and stuff on it?
Did you say salmon?
Salad.
Oh, salad. Now, I see people using a lot of this ranch dressing and so forth, and frankly, I don't. I
despise it myself.
Yeah,
I can't.
Exactly. I can't abide these phony dressings. What I use is apple cider vinegar and olive oil. And another thing that Doc Miles brought up last week was that once you get your cold pressed organic virgin olive oil, be sure and get it out of that plastic container right away and put it in glass, because it reacts against the plastic and contaminates the olive oil. So but if you'll do that, olive oil and apple cider vinegar is the best dressing that you can put on that salad, and that's what I use all the time. And then I use then I rotate. Sometimes I'll have salmon or a fish, and then usually the fish is going to be salmon. But I'm also then I rotate it. The next time I'll have some chicken, and of course it's organic chicken. And I cover the salmon, I cover the chicken, or whatever it is. If I'm having a little bit of beef, it's got to be wild caught beef. And generally, what I'm doing is just making sure that I'm rotating my diet, so that I'm not just eating because I like salmon. I'm not just eating salmon all the time. I'm having salmon one time, fish the next time, chicken, and let me answer the phone here. I've got a telephone here. Hold on. We're multitasking. And hi, it's Truman. Hello.
Hi, it's Joshua from 180 Fusion. Looking for the owner or the person in charge of online marketing for your website.
I'm sorry, I'm doing a worldwide international broadcast. You're welcome to join us. If you're looking for the folks at betterhealthherbs.com, are you with me? No, he ran away. That's okay. So it's a marketer, and that's all right.
Where do you buy this wild caught chicken?
Okay, so you're not going to get wild caught chicken, but you're going to get chicken that has been humanely raised and where it's eating in the wild. So it's not being cooped up in some cage and injected with a bunch of hormones and so forth. So as long as that chicken is organic, then we're on the right. Uh, and Jay is logged on. I see him logged on there. Hi, Jay. And that's Jay Cracklin, and joined us there from the United Kingdom. We are available worldwide over your telephone, over your computer, and over your computer.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, is that Jay?
Yeah, it is. I'm here finally.
Well,
Took a while.
thank you for joining us from the United Kingdom.
It's a pleasure.
So we were talking about diet and rotating your diet and making sure you're getting vegetables and greens along with the food. It's called the whole food plant-based diet. And when you go on herbalhealthreview.com and you click on common conditions, it's going to give you a whole bunch of different selections there. One of them is make lifestyle changes. Make lifestyle changes is the perfect diet, and it's going to describe how to have the perfect diet for perfect health. So that that's how to eat. It has meal plans. It has recipes. It has a ton of information there on herbalhealthreview.com, clicking on common conditions and looking at the Make Lifestyle Changes diet. Did that answer your question there in Texas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and mute that mic. And Jay, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Wonderful. So I know you just ordered from the Better Health Herbs folks.
Did that go through? Okay.
Yeah, that order is going through, and everything is fine now. So you're having success there in the United Kingdom with all of these products, but notably diabetes. You're having success over there with diabetes. Is that right?
Yeah, the best thing that I've done so far with yourself is the issue with the blood, anemia, with the yellow dark root and the gland rejuvenator. Now that's been that's helped a lot.
Wonderful.
In terms of being able to clean the blood as well, because I used to suffer personally from getting cysts under my arm, and that's helped clear up that issue as well.
Wonderful. So, folks, again, if you have a question or if you have a comment, all you have to do is press your star key 2 times and join the broadcast. And now Jay has muted his mic, but this is wonderful. We now have folks joining us from all over the world, and we are taking questions. If you have a question or a comment, or you want to share some information, please press your star key 2 times. Okay, and in Texas, do you have a question?
Yes. I was calling to check because I have real dry skin, and I was wondering what could I use for it.
All right, olive oil internally. Look at that Make Lifestyle Changes diet that is listed under herbalhealthreview.com. If you go to the website herbalhealthreview.com and you click on Make Lifestyle Changes, it's at the top. in the middle of the page, near the top, says Make Lifestyle Changes. Gives you the perfect diet. If you follow that diet, it will be difficult for you to become sick, because it's delicious. As a matter of fact, right now I'm having my power drink, and this power drink tastes like chocolate, vanilla, and cinnamon, and blueberries and cherries, because that's what's in it, and it is so delicious. You need to find out, and you can change the recipe around. You can add mangoes, you can put more cherries, whatever. It is so delicious and so nourishing. So make lifestyle changes is the perfect diet. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
So let's be sure and get olive oil into the diet. That's going to give you. That's going to really help to lubricate the skin from the inside out. Then, when you call the people, the nice people that manufacture all these natural remedies, again, I get nothing from the sale of any product. If I did, our evil system, our evil government would they attacked me, but because I didn't receive any money from the sale of any product, the government, the federal judge laid into the FDA and chastised them for about 45 minutes and told them to leave me alone because I'm helping people and I'm not hurting people and that they should leave me alone. So they do leave me alone. They simply attack the manufacturer because they're relentless and evil. So anyway, knowing that, that's how that works. Is there any other question?
Well, I was just because I'm overweight. I'm 43 years old. I'm overweight, high blood pressure, and I wanted to know what could I do to. I went got checked. I'm not a diabetic or anything, but I wanted to know what was a good remedy to lower my blood pressure and drop some weight.
All right. So what we would do there, and please understand, I'm not prescribing or diagnosing for high blood pressure or any disease, but we're going to talk about what the natural remedies. All I can report is my research, and I've researched for 56 years. I've researched, and then I put it all in writing on a website called herbalhealthreview.com. And you're going to look, when you go to herbalhealthreview.com, then you're going to look at the high blood pressure herbal report. So I'm going to go there right now, and let's take a look at that. But you know what I found after all these years with high blood pressure? It's the kidneys. People who cannot get over high blood pressure, and they try everything, and they take all the poison drugs that the evil chemical pharmaceutical industry can conjure up, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help. They can't get rid of that high blood pressure because until they work on the kidneys, and because the kidneys are in charge of detoxing, well, they're overloaded, and so they're going to cause high blood pressure because the kidneys aren't working very well. Soon as you work on the kidneys, and that's where you would go to, you'd look at two reports. When you go on herbalhealthreview.com, click on common conditions, and you go down to high blood pressure, and you use the high blood pressure herbal formulation. That is very helpful. And then if you go to kidney bladder, here's the high blood pressure. I'm doing a screen capture and doing a video. And there are, at this point, 120 or more videos on herbalhealthreview.com. When you click on Discoveries in Health, when you click on Discoveries in Health, and you go all the way to the bottom, you see 121 videos where it's describing how to get rid of high blood pressure by working on the kidneys and working on the high blood pressure. Two different reports. And I need a drink of water. So I'm looking at that right now. I'm looking at that
Uh-huh.
Discoveries in Health tab. Folks, I've got a bit of a cough and a tickle in my throat. And now I'm getting over it. Another drink of water might help. Okay, so I'm looking at this Discoveries in Health, and you can see all the ways to join the broadcast. You can see 121 videos with screen capture that are all down there under Discoveries in Health tab. Now, we're getting back out of here and go back over out of that and get back over to that. Oh my goodness. A tickle in my throat won't quit, but I'm not going to quit either. So we're looking at high blood pressure. I'm looking at the high blood pressure report. And there's a high blood pressure herbal formula. And it talks about high blood pressure, and it talks about the diet, which is also going to help you to come to your perfect weight. You know, 1 in every 3 Americans, 1 in every 3 has high blood pressure, which means to me that they have weak kidneys. So how do we deal with that? Is we make sure you have, it lists the natural sweeteners that have no sugar in them, like stevia leaf and xylitol. It talks about the need for potassium in the diet. It also talks about the need for a formula called Nice Bones, calcium and magnesium, and a special fiber that has bentonite clay. All of these things will lower high blood pressure. So when you're working on the high blood pressure with potassium and and calcium and magnesium, and that fiber special with bentonite clay that lowers blood pressure and cholesterol, and you work on the heart with hawthornberry and yarrow and cramp bark. It depends. See, there's for hypertension associated with headache, you use hawthorn, yarrow, cramp bark, valerian, and wood betony. It lists all those herbs. And anytime it lists any product, you can click on it, and it takes you over to the manufacturer. Then if you want to talk to the manufacturer, you call them on the telephone, and they actually help you, and they answer your questions, and they stay with you. And they don't charge you anything to help you. They have to charge you for the remedies that they manufacture, and then even then, if you are the poor or you don't have much money, you just let them know that, and they're so nice they'll give you a discount. This is a ministry. It's not it's a not for profit. This is not a. Yeah, I wish it was a profitable. It was a profitable because it's a not for profit, and they give so much that they don't have. That they all drive old cars. Nobody owns a home. Nobody has any insurance or anything like that because they give. They truly give. And the telephone number for the manufacturer is 541-791-8400. So if you dial
Hello, Truman.
there's Doc Miles. How are you, Brother Miles?
What's up?
Well, we're talking about
I'm doing.
we're talking about high blood pressure. We're talking about
Okay.
how working with high blood pressure and working with the heart and
Okay.
all of these at the same time.
Well, that's
And
good. You have a great big heart. I just want to tell you that.
so do you, Doc. Right back at you because I know you do. Doc Miles is a naturopathic doctor about 25 miles outside of Austin, Texas, that has a big heart, and he helps people. and if we have a really super difficult problem that we can't get over, well, we call Doc Miles, and he will help you out. And I'm going to give you Doc Miles' telephone number because you need his number. But first, the first number I gave you was for the manufacturer of many of the products that Doc Miles has, and all of the products that I've invented over the years. That telephone number to talk to the manufacturer is 541-791-8400. 541-791-8400. And then if you really have want to talk to Doc Miles there, or you're in the Austin, Texas area, or anywhere in the world, because Doc Miles helps people like I do, anywhere in the world. And Doc Miles' telephone number is 512-868-9867. 512-868-9867. So, Doc Miles, so we're talking about how very often I have found when you're working with high blood pressure when you're working with high blood pressure and you're working with the heart and you're working with that CoQ10 at about 200 milligrams daily,
Right.
and then you're also working with the kidney bladder and detoxing those kidneys. And Doc Miles,
Right.
you mentioned also using the juice of a lemon for every 2 hours for about 2 or 3 doses in 8 ounces of water. So you're taking a lemon, 8 ounces of water, and you're doing that every 2 hours. And you're doing it like 2 or 3 times a day. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. That takes care of the kidneys because it's a astringent for the kidneys and for the bladder and the urinary tract. And if anybody's got a lower back pain because their kidneys are having some issues, they'll take one. 2 hours later, they'll take another juice of a lemon, and before they get to the second 2 hours, their back's not hurting anymore. I mean, it's that quick. But you want a live lemon. Pardon me?
Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was listening to y'all. I was just seeing about the lemon.
Okay.
Right. So you want a fresh lemon. You don't want that lemon juice in the bottle. You want the live lemon. We like to work with live fresh fruit.
He said, you know what? They say you need fresh lemon.
That's what I'm saying. Fresh lemon. The juice of a fresh lemon in 8 ounces of water.
And 8 ounces of water.
It's really good. And for the high blood pressure issue, most of the people that have high blood pressure, their triglycerides, which is in your lipid panel, your cholesterol panel, your triglycerides are elevated. And you use the omega DHA, which is it targets triglycerides. And once you get the triglycerides down to 90, then your blood pressure is usually dissipated. You don't have high blood pressure. You just have normal blood pressure.
Okay. And what is that? Omega?
It's an omega DHA. You got EFAs, which most people use EFAs, but the one that's really high in DHA, I get it from Wisconsin, from Alpha Molecular, and I sell a case of it every week almost. It just goes so fast because it's so vital, and it's all pure stuff. They use the whole fish, not the skeleton of the fish like most people do, to make omega oils.
Mhm.
They take the fillets off and sell the fillets, and they take the skeleton of the fish and process that down to get the oil out of it, and that's what they make the omegas out of. The omega oils, omega 3, 6, and 9, and all that. But mostly it's EFAs, not DHA. But DHA has been known, and I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times for people, even myself, and it'll drop the triglycerides.
Okay.
And when you drop the triglycerides, then your blood pressure normalizes.
Okay.
But you have to help the liver, and you have to help the kidneys. Your liver changes every cell in 120 days. And if you take a good liver tablet, I use the one out of India. I've fought the FDA for 2 years to get it in here. Now I get, 10,000 tablets, every 2 or 3 weeks because it just goes out so fast. But it will change and give you a brand new healthy liver in 120 days. 95% of the allergies and skin conditions that people have, the liver has a problem. It's your number one body filter. I mean, you got other filters. You got the kidneys and many other filters in the body. But the liver is so vitally
that's what we both need to do. Yeah, you're right.
It's awesome stuff, man. I'm telling you, I do this every day, all day long. I mean, I talk to people on the phone like Truman does. I mean, it's just,
Yes, sir. And is this Mr. Miles?
Yeah, this is Dr. Miles.
Okay, I got your number too.
Okay.
I wrote
yeah,
your
you give
number
me a call.
down.
I can ship you some liver pills and some DHA, and that'll change a lot for you right there. Just those two things.
And I can call you.
Sure, you bet. You can call me. Now, sometimes I'm busy, and I might have to call you right back because if I'm with a patient, I don't just drop everything and go to the phone because I give everybody equal time.
Yes, sir. And that's understandable. Yes, sir.
So.
And your number is 512-868-9867?
That's it.
I got you.
That's it. So God bless you, and I'll help you all I can. I promise you I will. And Truman will too. Between Truman and I, he's a master herbalist, and he knows more about herbs than anybody in the world.
Yeah,
and then I do the other side. I do the other side of the coin, which is the supplements in the blood chemistry.
Okay. Yeah, because my mother, she truly believes in him. She gave me his number today, and he was giving your number out, so I was like, I'm going to call Doc. He's in Austin, so.
Okay, are you in Central Texas?
No, sir. I'm in, Texoma area, and I'm in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in Nocona, Texas.
Yeah, I know where that is. I know exactly where it is.
Yes, sir. That's where I'm at.
I've been through there many, many, many times, so I know the area.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, God bless you, and I'll help you.
Yes, sir. And when would be the best time for me to call?
I'm open from 9:30 to 3:30 every day, 5 days a week.
Okay.
And if you need to call after hours, that's okay. You can leave a message. My answer machine's on all the time, and then we do return phone calls.
Okay. That I sure like that, Doc. Mr. Miles.
Okay.
Dr. Miles.
Hello.
Okay, and one other thing that I'd like to add here is that I'm also having a lot of success with weight loss, and working on that liver with a colon and liver cleansing liquid, number 1078, and that special fiber, and you can get that when you call that 541-791-8400. 541.
It's 541.
791.
791-8400.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, 541-791-8400. That's the manufacturer of all the remedies that I have invented in the past 56 years and 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 so you can call them there. They'll help you with weight loss, and
Okay.
and then you've got a real team to help you with. You've got Doc Miles. You've got the folks there at Herbal Health at the BetterHealthHerbs.com is their website.
Yeah.
And
He told me to call him, and he was gonna send me some packages.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
And and so again, that gives you a good hold on how to lose weight, get that liver going, get those kidneys going, and get that high blood pressure under control. And then just using that Make Lifestyle Changes diet will keep you healthy, and that's the way it should be.
Yes, it should.
Oh, okay, brother. I'm gonna mute your microphone now, and I want to thank you
Uh-huh.
for. I want to
Thank you.
for your question.
Yes, sir.